everyone, welcome to my channel Perfect Top Deck. My name is Chloe, and today we are going to be jumping into a best of three matchup. In standard, we are going to try out some Simic crabs. And we are doing best of three just so we have a nice sideboard to kind of hopefully win more games with. To deal with the things that we cannot deal with in a best of one. Let's go ahead and pull up the original deck list. Okay, so we're going to try this deck list right here. Shout out to the creator. And we are going to change it up just a tiny bit, and we added a sideboard. But for the most part, is basically the exact same deck list as this. So we'll go ahead and show some of the changes that we made. We will be using Into the Flood Maw to kind of deal with any kind of like non-land permanent we need to bounce if that comes up. We also changed up a little bit of the lands. We're not playing surveil lands. We are trying to keep it as budget friendly as possible. It's still kind of part of the Budget Brewed Breakdown. This deck comes to about 107. So we're going to go ahead and jump into our kind of Budget Brewed Breakdown. And yeah, we're going to break it down as we go. We're going to jump into best of three. And yeah, Simic crabs. Wish us luck. Thanks for watching. LOL. Okay. Game number one of our Simic crabs best of three standard breakdown. So we are going to play first. And yeah, we're just going to try it out, see how it goes. Can we keep this hand? We are playing best of three, so we could... This is a good test. Can you keep a one land hand? We have a sleight of hand. We're going to mulligan. We'll keep this. So this deck actually functions with not a lot of lands. I'm pretty sure, let's check really quick. 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So yeah, this deck functions with 17 lands. So we are going to keep this hand. Do we have a one drop we're trying to play? Okay, we're going to put back a land. I mean, we have ways to get more lands. Our permanent, this Seed of Hope can get us a land. We have plenty of options for land retrieval. So we will go ahead and play our Stormchaser's talent, which is kind of a part of the deck that we're only playing 3 Stormchaser's talents. And that is because we did not want to put another rare token into it. Okay, we're playing against mono red. What? Whoa, this is a good test, I suppose. So we'll go ahead and play we're actually going to play a Seed of Hope. I know, this seems crazy. We'll get back in land. That's exactly what we were talking about. And then we're going to go ahead and Bushwhack the Swift Spear, just so we don't have much removal. So we might as well, as we can, get rid of the creatures. We'll go ahead and attack for 3. The Up the Beanstalk will help us draw some cards. Opponent, gonna play a mouse. Gonna play double the mouse. Dose mice. Let's go ahead and play an Up the Beanstalk. Okay. Next to combat, we actually are not going to attack in the turn. I mean, we'll block if opponent gives us the opportunity, gain some life, which is pretty good against what opponent is trying to do, so. Okay, opponent's gonna play a mouse, another mouse, all of the mice. We forgot to say hello to opponent, but hopefully, hello. Hopefully they don't take that as the wrong thing. We were just saying hi. Were we too late? Is it? Let me know in the comments. Are we supposed to not say hi? Are we supposed to not say hi? Okay, well, we are going to block the Heartfire hero. Opponent's going to hit us for lots. Okay, no problem, opponent. We're going to get hit for 10 here. However, we're going to gain 2 life, and we can kill the other Heartfire hero. We'll take a crab. Ouch. Ouch. But that's okay, because we are going to draw a cash grab. Our Eddymurk Crab should keep us going. Is this a permanent card? You may put a permanent card. Okay. We really need a blue source. Are we going to risk it? Should we try to get a land right here? No attacks. Should we try to get the land? We have to hit a land, or we might be dead. Okay, we're not going to risk it, because if we do not hit a land, we do not hit a land right there, and it not only do we need a land, we need a blue land. So if we did not hit that island there, we could die. That would be dreadful. So we're going to wait. We're going to wait. We're going to use our crab. Perhaps opponent knows the crab is coming. Okay. The opponent's going to move to combat. Resolve. Resolve. Give double strike to the mouse. We are not going to get hit. Oh, we would have got the land. We would have got it. Okay, we're going to tap, and we're going to, I guess, tap the Manifold Mouse. Maybe we should have tapped the Swift Spear, because opponent can still get in, still pump if they want, but we would like them to waste the... Okay, opponent hits us for 1. We will play a land for turn. Then we could up the bean. Well, we're going to cash grab, actually. Reason being, we are going to attack with our prowess creature, and maybe we can hit a land, I suppose, for the future. Well, since we are going to attack with our prowess creature, hopefully opponent cannot kill us this next turn. They only have 1 card in hand. Ooh, we're drawing all of our lands that we did not want to draw. Should we hold back our resources just to make sure we don't die? Heartfire Hero is scary, and it has double strike. Opponent. Opponent debating on if they can murder us. Okay, opponent's going to put a counter, get the double strike, and move to combat. And do something to our crab. Oh, and deal 5 damage to our crab. Well, that'll do it. Moving on to game number 2. What can we do? What can we do to not die? Let's see. We can fight, I suppose. Gain some life. That's the point of those instructors. Maybe an unable to scream. We can't cut too many. Bouncing is fine. Bounces are fine. Gain some life, sleight of hand. We could do 1 fight spell. Bushwhack is okay, but we're gonna try cutting 1. We like our Seed of Hope because it gains us life. Unable to scream. I mean, maybe we could put it on the Heartfire Hero, which seems like a good idea. We can cut probably an instructor and maybe a cash grab. Perhaps we like gaining. Okay, we're going to try it like that. Wish us luck. Game number 2 of our best of 3. We're trying to gain life and survive. Okay, we would love to play first opponent. Thank you. Should we keep this? I guess we'll try to keep it. We have these 2 cards, which go so well together. So might as well try to keep it. Let's see. We will play a Botanical Sanctum. Go ahead and play our Stormchaser's talent. Pass the turn. Opponent coming in with the Heartfire Hero. We will actually Bushwhack that Heartfire Hero immediately. Because that's what we are probably going to do. We are going to cast a spell, get our prowess trigger, and we will go ahead and hit for 2. 1 Heartfire Hero down. I think that is our scariest card to go against. Opponent with the shock. Burst lightning. Okay, no problem, opponent. We will play a land for turn. We might as well play our instructor. Gain some life, pass the turn. The life gain is to try to give us enough time. Give us enough time. So, and we have a blocker. Is it going to go well? Maybe. Perhaps. Opponent with the hasty mouse. Okay. Opponent's going to attack us for 2. We will block 1. Okay, so let's go ahead and play a land. We could cash grab, but we could also do that on opponent's turn. So we'll go ahead and end the turn. We have 2 things we can do on opponent's turn. We would love to pick up our Stormchaser talent anyway. So let's see what opponent is doing. Okay, opponent is going to attackers. We will block. Move to combat. Okay. Past the blockers. We will block the Ember Heart. Opponent wanted us to block the Ember Heart, surely. Prowess trigger. And put a +1/+1 counter on Hired Claw. Okay, well, since opponent is tapped out, we will go ahead and bounce. Resolve until end of turn. So on the bright side, opponent is going to miss out on their other Ember Heart challenger, pass to damage. And we will go ahead and cash grab. Okay, we'll take a terror. Let's play a Stormchaser talent. And we'll go ahead and play a terror. And get in for 1. Might as well get in for 1. Opponent debating. Don't kill our otter. Opponent, no. Okay, opponent's going to play their challenger and attack. Okay, we will block there. See if opponent tries to do something about that. Okay. Well, we did lose our creature, but that is okay because we also got rid of opponent's creature. So we will actually go ahead and return a, I mean, might as well return that this town ain't big enough. Play a land for turn, move to combat. We will, probably not be attacking in the turn. Okay, we're trying to stay alive here. Opponent is running out of cards. So, Screaming Nemesis. Very cute for opponent. Opponent's going to try to deal damage to their Screaming Nemesis. I'm not really sure why opponent did that. They knew. Opponent knew we had that bounce spell. So, and we might as well, while we are at it, we're going to make another otter next turn anyway. So, we're just trying to take down as many of opponent's creatures as possible, because once opponent starts running out of creatures and only hits, yep. And then we will go ahead and play our Seed of Hope. We can get in with this. Ooh. Eddymurk or Up the Beanstalk? We kind of need card draw, but we can tap the Nemesis. Oh, we'll take the card draw. We're going to take the card draw, just because once we start drawing, like that card, for instance, will be very good because now we can draw a card when we bounce something. Let's end the turn. Okay, we're coming back this game against Mono Red. Opponent's going to play their Screaming Nemesis. Next to attackers. Past to blockers. We are not blocking. Does opponent want to try to pump? Opponent does not pump. Okay, well, in that case, we are going to do the thing. we're gonna do the thing. We would have liked to get the pump spell out of opponent's hand. Okay, unable to scream is okie dokie, especially if opponent wanted to play something there. Let's go ahead and play our Stormchaser's talent. Okay. Play a land for turn. Honestly, I think we're gonna go get our this town ain't big enough. It's just so good. It's going to draw us a card. We can bounce opponent's thing next to combat. And we are also going to get in because we feel like we have protection. This is going okay. It's going okay. Okay, so opponent sees what we are trying to do. Are we going to beat mono red? Are we going to beat mono red? We're so excited. Let's not get too excited though. We still have a game 3, but everything that we're trying to do is going well so far. That is fine, opponent. Okay, opponent is going to Screaming Nemesis again. Pass. We will see what opponent does. Pass to blockers. Pass to damage. I mean, we're going to do it again. And we're just going to keep doing it until opponent has had enough. Okay, Crab is perfect. Crab will be perfect because once opponent tries to do the thing again, we'll go ahead and get our power sticker. Okay. Let's play a land for turn. This is going to take 6 mana. Oh, we just played it. I mean, 4 mana. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. I mean, we're going to lose a life regardless. Let's go ahead and loop our card that we keep looping for this town ain't big enough. Opponent, we have a whole little thing going on here. Can opponent get through it? We're going to go in. Okay. Is it working? Is it working? Opponent is unaware of our elemental crabby. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Opponent, pass to attackers. Okay. Opponent does not play. I mean, we're going to play the crab. It could help us win right here. So we are going to play the crab. Oh, okay. Okay. Game number 3. I'm pretty sure that went well. Gaining that little bit of life, honestly, I think helped. What else? I think that was pretty much like, I think we run it back. Do we run it back? Okay, we're going to run it back. We're going to run it back. We're going to run it back and try it again. And fingers crossed. And game 3. Best of 3. Okay, I mean, good. I mean, regardless, we won one. So, I mean, we're going to run it back and try it again. Opponent, thank you for being so understanding. Okay. I think we'll keep it. It is a little, we gain a little bit of life. We can't really deal with much. Opponent's going first. We would love an untapped land, actually. Opponent's going to hit us for 1. Ouchie. That's not an untapped land. Okay, well, we could take a turn off, or we can play our Stormchaser's talent. Do we regret keeping this hand? Okay, opponent. Gonna play a Heartfire hero. Gonna burst lightning our creature. Okay. Oh, we drew an untapped land. Great news. Yeah, we're actually going to leave it up. Hope that opponent tries to target this Heartfire hero that we are bouncing immediately. Ooh. Okay. That is good for opponent. We will Seed of Hope, or we are going to bounce. Do we bounce? Probably the Nemesis. Okay. We're going to Seed of Hope. We're looking for a land. We're actually looking for this land specifically. Thank you, Magic Gods. We're going to keep up our Into the Flood Maw. And we're going to play our Stormchaser's talent. We're going to keep up Into the Flood Maw. Next, in turn, we are gaining life. Opponent might play the Nemesis or might try to pump the Heartfire Hero. So we'll have to see what opponent does, but something's getting ba-bounced. Ba-bounced. Okay, plays a Nemesis again. Pass to attackers. Okay, we are going to block to see if opponent will do something about that. Opponent making tough choices. Okay. Opponent is going to pump. We don't even need to give a fish. We're going to bounce the Heartfire Hero. Hit by 5, but guess what, team? This land's coming in untapped. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get down our Up the Beanstalk. Ooh. Okay, change of plans. We're going to enchant the Nemesis. And then we're going to also gain some life. Opponent can't even attack us with this, so we might as well just get in there with our otter. Down the 4, opponent's going to maybe play the Heartfire Hero. I don't think they can get rid of the unable to scream. Our screaming Nemesis can't scream anymore. I mean, our screaming Nemesis friend, is unable to scream. So sorry, opponent. Okay, opponent's going to play their creatures, get in for Uno. Maybe kill torch our otter. Unfortunate, but okay. We are going to play a land. We can bounce something again. Should we get an otter? Now. Like, we could bounce. Okay, we could do it now. And we can draw a card. Okay, this is what I'm thinking, team. We're going to bounce the Heartfire Hero. Draw a card. It's a land. Which is fine. We will play our talent. And then we're going to Bushwhack as well. I know we're doing so much right now, but we're going to go ahead and kill the Haste Prowess or the Claw. Okay, we're going to kill the Swift Spear. Okay, and then we're going to pass the turn. Opponent's going to play their Heartfire Hero, which is fine. Another Hired Claw. Okay, we would love to see some of our creatures. Hopefully we're going to get there soon. Opponent, okay. Gonna put a counter on their lizard. Or not. That's fine. Yep. No blocks. Okay. Well, that is good timing. We were looking for that. And on top of that, we can also, just in case of emergency, get back our thing. We are at 9, so we will not be attacking. We are in full please don't kill us mode. Okay, opponent drew land. Perhaps fires up their land. Oh, okay. That's very cute for opponent. Do we? Well, opponent can't do anything. So I'm thinking instead of the crab, do we just bounce? Okay, resolve. Okay, opponent's going to do it again. Resolve. Pass to attackers. Okay, we're taking 2. That is very true. However, we are going to bounce 2 things and draw a card and prowess trigger. We drew another crab. Well, that's kind of nice, actually. And then we will block one of the hired claws. Get it out of the way. Okay, we're down to 5, which does seem very scary. But we have 2 crabs, and it's going to draw us cards. So we're going to go ahead and no attacks in the turn. We're actually going to have to get rid of the Screaming Nemesis somehow. We can't gain life, so we might as well keep it on the battlefield to try to gain life. We'll have to see, but we are going to be flashing in 2 crabs this turn, so fingers crossed our crabs can get crabby. can crab it out. I don't know how to get rid of this glare on my face, but womp. Okay. We are not going to let opponent attack. We will be tapping down opponent's creatures. Sorry, opponent. Okay. Pass to attackers. Opponent? Opponent's gonna burst our face. That is pretty good for opponent. Yep. Okay. Opponent has ways to murder us. Let's see what we can do. We are gonna draw another card. Okay. Yep. We will tap the same two creatures. We drew a land. Okay. Let's Sleight of Hand. Prowess trigger. Well, we didn't really want that, but that's okay. Can we do this? I don't know if we can, but unfortunately, we cannot even let this higher claw attack. Like, this hired claw cannot even attack. If we, wait. Are we dumb? I forgot about the prowess triggers. Okay, next 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Exacxies? Yay! Oh, yes, we did take down. Yes, we did. Yeah, we did have a good time. We can frown. Well, we did it. We did it. We did it. Yay! Yeah, that was awesome, right? I'm pretty sure that was everything we want to do and more. Let's go do it again. Better. I don't know. But we're going to try it like this. Hopefully, can you see me now? I don't know. Let's jump into another game. Okay, we're jumping into our second game of our best of 3 standard breakdown of Simic crabs. And we are only 2 games in. We would do a breakdown so far, but we beat mono red. So, I mean, and with the help of definitely our loopable spells, which were Stormchaser's talent and This Town Ain't Big Enough. So, Cocky Millennial. Hello, opponent. We are trying to... Ooh. That's a mulligan, unfortunately. We will keep this. And we're actually going to get rid of a land. Hello, opponent. Okay. Oh, and good thing we got rid of a land. So we will go ahead and play our Stormchaser's talent. If opponent would like to, okay, no cut down. Go for the throat. Anoint with affliction. Wow. It was nice knowing you. We will go ahead and sleight of hand. I guess we'll take the terror. And then we'll see to hope on opponent's turn. Okay, opponent with their zombie. Attackers, we will take a terror. Is a terror enough? Let's, before we play a land for turn, should we play, okay, that's what we're going to do. That way we can cash grab, see what we get. Up the Beanstalk or Stormtakers. Okay, we're going to take the talent. If opponent can, oh, perfect. And then we'll play a terror. That way it's very hard. That was perfect. We needed exactly that to happen. Opponent might have the removal. And anoint will not work. Oh, nice opponent. Okay, we're going down to 11. Actually, oh, and we have to, oh. Opponent. Maybe the Stormchaser's talent, but I think the best option, yeah, is the Bushwhack, because we are going to go down to 10, which is super unfortunate, but what can you do? Let's play Stormchaser's talent. Play a land for turn. We will opt. Well, the Bushwhack is not really helpful to us now, so we will go ahead and put that to the bottom. And then, okay, well, I guess we'll have 2 creatures up. It would have been nice to be able to, clearly, to be able to up the Beanstalk first. However, that is okay, opponent. Opponent? Okay, opponent gonna spend all of their mana to go for the throw. We will, unfortunately, take the hit here. Go down to 4. Okay, let's up the Beanstalk. Prowess trigger, draw a card. Ooh, drew a land. Well, at least it's untapped. And then I guess we have to, unfortunately, have our, we should have maybe attacked first. For sure should have attacked first. But that's okay. We will cry. I think tears are the thing here. Okay. Ooh. Well, let's go ahead and 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to upgrade one of our Stormchaser talents. We will bring this talent big enough back to our hands, and hopefully we can get value out of this because this will help us draw a card, get back our Stormchaser's talent, and also hopefully survive something. Let's intern. Okay, opponent is going to duress us. Well, now's the time. Opponent will replay their Unstoppable Slasher, unfortunately. But we didn't want that to come out of our hand. So we'll draw an op. Opponent will take our Stormchaser's talent, which is fine. Maybe the opt, but what a decision, opponent. Okay, takes the talent. Plays the zombie. Loses 2 life. Okay, we are going to opt. A crab is perfect. We will opt again. Up the Beanstalk is actually perfect because we can still play our Up the Beanstalk and draw another card and play our crab. Everything that could have perfectly went perfect. So that's what we wanted. That's what we wanted to see, team. Opponent. Okay, opponent's going to move to combat. We will, unfortunately for us, we are going to go down to 2. But that is okay. We're going to draw some cards. We're going to bounce opponent's demon, hopefully. Some untapped lands. Okay, we're going to tap the zombie. Okay. Opponent's going to make a demon, most likely. Thinking. Opponent thinking hard. Okay, our turn. As expected. Opponent made a demon. We will play an untapped land. And let's Sleight of Hand. We're looking for something here. A bounce would be cool. Something would be cool. Cash grab. A little less cool, but still doable. Let's go ahead and cash grab. Opponent. Okay. Ooh, well, we got a land. Wonderful. Okay, well, we don't, so unfortunate. We can draw a couple more cards. We really need to draw like a bounce or something. Should we wait for opponent's turn? Next to combat. No attacks in the turn. Okay. This is the plan. We're going to bounce the token for sure. And then block the slasher, unfortunately. Okay. Opponent's going to force us to do it now. We will bounce a talent, bounce the, draw a couple cards. Ooh. Bushwhack probably would have been better last turn. But that's okay. Okay, get our Stormchaser's talent. Opponent can take whatever. The Up the Beanstalk's preferable opponent. Opponent. Debating choices, which is fine. Opponent takes the Up the Beanstalk, which is fine. We didn't want to draw all of our cards. We're looking for opponent. Why do you play with our heart? Okay, we actually have some things that might help us out here. Pick your poisons. Okay. Unable to scream is pretty much what is going to help us with that zombie. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to play pick your poison and unable to scream to mess with what opponent is doing. We'll drop the unsummon because bouncing bouncing is not the same, unfortunately, for us. The amount of life gain, I mean, doesn't matter too much if we'll cut a Sleight of Hand because it's a sorcery. And I think that should kind of do it. Should we cut one more thing? Probably. Should we cut an Opt or an Into the Flood Maw? I guess an Opt. Run it back. Run it back. Try it like that. Where's my chapstick? Okay, we're gonna play first. Okay, well, I mean, we'll keep it. Hopefully we can just draw some cards quickly. We know opponent's playing like Duress, some other things. Opponent can take the Up the Beanstalk. We would like them to not do that, but up to them, up to them. Turn 1 Duress. Fudge. Fudge sickles. Okay, opponent's gonna take the Up the Beanstalk. Okay, opponent. That's fine. We will play a land for turn, pass the turn. On the bright side, we can cash grab, so yep. Okay, we will cash grab. Lots of goodies. The only goodie we can cast is the Stormchaser's Talent, unfortunately. We will play a land for turn, play our Stormchaser's Talent. Okay. Well, that's good for you, opponent. Pretty good, pretty good. We will end the turn. Unfortunately. Okay, opponent's going to play Unholy Annex. Draw a card. Pass to attackers, blah, blah, blah. We will mill some cards again. We're actually going to take the Unable to Scream. If opponent has another Duress, we cry. Okay, we got a Stormchaser's Talent. We only have, okay, let's Stormchaser's Talent. Then we are actually, unfortunately, going to go get an island. Play our island. Next to combat in the turn. Okay, opponent is going to try to kill our otter. Our otter does not make opponent happy. Oh, a bat. Okay, opponent. You can have a fish. That's fine. Opponent's going to take the Unable to Scream, which is okay. Lots of hand disruption, which we can get back. Okay, opponent, and removal. Good for opponent. Let's... Okay, what do we need to get back here? Oh, we're not conceding. Okay. We would like... Do we want to bounce or do we want... I think a bounce. Okay. Let's go ahead and get back our... I'm thinking... Pick your poison is not good right now, so I guess we will go for Into the Flood Maw and see if we have to use it on something. See what opponent does. To combat. Opponent. Comments if my crochet jacket is cute. Opponent gonna play their Annex. Pass into attackers. We will go ahead and take the 2. And honestly, I don't think we're going to let opponent do what they're trying to do. Let's play an Opt. We do not need a Bushwhack. Okay. Perfect. We will definitely keep the crab. In turn, opponent playing an Archfiend. Very cute, opponent. Pass to attackers. Well, because opponent played an Archfiend, we're actually going to hold on to our crab. Hold on to our crab for a rainy day. Let's go ahead and play a land for turn and get back 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're going to get back. What are we looking for right now? I guess we'll get back a Seed of Hope. Next, and we'll end the turn. Yep, opponent is going to Archfiend of the Dross. Ooh. Bloodletter. Okie dokie. Well, we will not be letting opponent attack with this or this. Pass to attackers. We are taking 4. Unfortunately. And now we really would like something. Oh, I guess that's just a life gain. This. Okay. What do we need? We can make a 1/1 that does the thing, but opponent's still killing us. We can. Uh-oh. Does opponent have this one? Should we have been not doing what we were doing? Sacrifices a creature with flying. That's all well and cool. Should we... I mean, this is really all we can do. Is make a... Oh, you know, we should have instead... Oh, did we mess up? Wow. Does opponent have another one? We can block a little bit, but not too much. And even if it was enough... Okay, I guess we'll attack for 5. I'm not sure why opponent got rid of their... unless they have another one. Another bloodletter for the win. Opponent. Say it ain't so. Oh, okay. Opponent's going to make a demon, which is fine. Hit us for 7. 8, 9. 8. We will be taking it. Okay. Cash grab. We need something here. At least we're making some otters, but unable to scream is good. We will put it on. Maybe we should take the Stormchaser's talent so we can get back something else, but we didn't do that. So since we did not do that, should we put it on the dross or should we put it on the flying token? I suppose we put it on the token. Okay, well. Okay, we couldn't really come back from this. Unfortunately, opponent's still hitting us for 6 in the air, regardless of what we do with our lives. So, okay, let's jump into another Budget Brewed Breakdown, best of 3 on Simic Crabs. We are trying to do some crab things. So far we have beat mono red. So, I mean, we have basically already won today, but we would also like to beat some other decks too. So we have a sideboard. That's why we're playing best of 3, just in case we run into some complications with our plan. But yeah, we're going to jump right into it and see if we can. We're going to keep this. I know, sketch, we only have blue, but it'll be okay. Opponent is playing. Should we get down our talent? Okay. We'll get it down. Opponent is playing, so far, removal. Clearly. Opponent will cut down our otter immediately. No appreciation. Okay, well, we got another opt. We do have a land for turn this turn, so we're going to go ahead and pass. Try to do some opting. We have 3, LOL. Look at our hand. Oh, you can't see because I'm in the way. Ah, look at our hand. 3 Seed of Hopes. I guess I can be smaller. That's fine. There we go. We have 3 Seed of Hopes, and what is happening? That's fine, opponent. And 3 opts. We're gonna opt our heart out over here. Do we want to bounce opponent's creature? It was a 3-drop. Okay, we'll keep it. We also need a land though, so the next one, if it's not a land, is going to be a scry. Okay, perfect land. Perfect. We will Botanical Sanctum. We are going to Up the Beanstalk. Yep. And then we're actually going to probably bounce opponent's creature unless opponent plays a different creature. that is more bounceable, well, we'll bounce opponent's creature. They can replay it if they would like. Okay, opponent's going to replay their creature. We will. We're going to do Seed of Hope. Get a... We don't have enough cards in our graveyard. We have 1, 2, 3. Okay. We will take the... We don't want to take a tapped land, so I guess we'll take the Krabby. And then we are going to take an Unsummon. Unsummon will help us on the bright side. Maybe deal with whatever opponent's trying to do and give us some time. Now we can start casting our crabs, though. So, opponent, don't duress us. Okay, well, we're going to bounce opponent's creature. Bounce opponent's creature. Move on. Opponent's going to take our Up the Beanstalk and replay their creature. Oh, an Unholy Annex. Okay, opponent, no problem. We will Seed of Hope. We're actually going to... I mean, we can only take a land, but we actually needed the land, so that's good. This town ain't big enough is pretty good. And we can Seed of Hope at instant speed. And we have our Eddymurk just in case. So, pretty good. Okay. That's pretty cute for opponent. Even though this annex is not target. Let's, even if this was a who it needs to be, we have to pay Ward 2 and we have to pay 2 life. It's just so much. So, pass to attackers. Unfortunately, I think we waited a little bit too long to do that. Opponent's still going to get their card, but... oh, yeah. Opponent's going to get their card. Resolve. Oops. Should have did that earlier. That's okay. Well, they're going to take a crab. Unfortunately, because of... very, very unfortunately, we can flash in a crab. But it's not very helpful to us, unfortunately. Because... So we're going to do it now. So we can draw a card. Okay, Lakeside. We will not be tapping anything, opponent. We will play our land for turn. I suppose we could... I don't think we'll be bouncing anything. So we can play our Stormchaser's talent, have a blocker, and we have something to bounce of ours next turn. See what opponent does. We would love opponent to make a 6/6 token demon. Because that's where we have hard removal when it comes to token creatures. Because we are bouncing creatures. So if we have a token creature that we can bounce, good. Okay, opponent's going to make lots of zombies. Okay. All the zombies. We will take 4 this time. We would love to get rid of Gisa, but unfortunately, I don't think that is possible right now. So it'd be 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 1, 2. Okay. No attacks. We will end the turn. Here's the plan. We are going to see what opponent does. Opponent's going to try to attack. So we are going to draw land. We will tap 1 token, 1 Gisa. Resolve will auto pay. Pass to attackers. Opponent's going to hit us, which is fine. We will bounce a token, I guess. Okay. Get a bounce spell. Take 3. We still would love opponent to... Well, that was so good for opponent. Super good for opponent. Super unfortunate for us. But that is okay. We will play Forest. I suppose we can... I guess we'll Sleight of Hand. Take an Unsummon. We can bounce 2 creatures. Ooh, okay. End the turn. Well, on the bright side, whatever opponent does, we can bounce 2 creatures. Oh, Slasher. Our friend. Our favorite friend, who just so happens to be a zombie or skeleton. Let's move to attackers. We will definitely bounce And then should we bounce the select? Okay, we'll wait. Past the blockers. Should we take the 7? No blocks. Pass the damage. I wish we could kill the Gisa, but we can't. Okay, opponent is going to play an Annex. In the turn, opponent does not have a demon. We will... I guess we should bounce the Slasher. Unfortunately, we're going to bounce the Slasher. Opponent's going to lose some life, draw a card. Bushwhack. Ooh, is a Bushwhack enough? We can Sleight of Hand. On land or another Bushwhack? Well, guess we can Bushwhack. That's fine, opponent. We will opt that to the graveyard. Okay, here's the plan so far. If opponent has removal, we cry. If opponent does not have removal, it's definitely better for us. We will have our creature fight the okay. And then we will have our otter fight the Gisa. We do have to pay Ward 2 and 2 life to get it done, but it's done. We got through. So, okay. Opponent can play their Slasher. Gisa's down. Let's see what opponent has. Okay. Opponent doing things. We will play a land for turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. What can we get back to help us right now? We could bounce the Virtue and give a fish. Oh, we could definitely use this town ain't big enough so we can draw a card. Okay, I think that's the plan. So we're going to go get back. This town ain't big enough. And we are going to, this is on upkeep, right? Yeah, so we might as well do it now because then we can also draw a card. Ooh, get a Stormchaser's talent. Then we could play a Stormchaser's talent. And probably another Stormchaser's talent. And pass the turn. Okay, team. This is serious. This is a serious game. We are worried. Opponent's going to Virtue one of them and play the Virtue and play the Unstoppable Slasher. And okay. Well, that is kind of a good draw. Let's see what else we can do. Oh, all well, not trying to concede. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, deals 1 damage to you and you draw a card. Okay, we can get back. I'm thinking we get back another town. This town ain't big enough, to be honest, but let's draw some cards before we do that. We're going to bounce the zombie, cancel. Should we upgrade this first and then bounce it? 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to upgrade this first. Go get this town ain't big enough. Okay. Then we will, bounce the Slasher, bounce the leveled up one. Okay. We needed that. Let's play a Terror. Okay. Sleight of Hand. We kind of want to keep up this just in case. Next to combat, we are not attacking. In the turn, this is a stressful game. What does opponent have in their hands? Okay, opponent's going to make a demon. That's cool, opponent. And kill our... Ooh, and then try to get through with another removal spell for our... That's fine, opponent. What else do you have? Another Slasher. Okay, well, that's fine. Let's resolve. Pass to attackers. No! Why does that happen? Well, I guess it's okay. Okay, we're going to bounce draw a card. Bounce okay. Eddymurk Crab is very good for us. As well as perhaps okay, so let's play a talent. Let's play talent. Okay. Eddymurk Crab's going to tap the Slasher. We can fight the other one. We can't win here or anything, so let's see. We can keep our crab up and draw a card off of the crab. We could also throw the crab in now and hope for the best. Okay, let's try this. We'll take a cash grab. Should we cash grab now? Probably not. Okay. Should we bushwhack? Is opponent... Okay, we're going to see if opponent blocks. Okay, opponent does block with the Slasher. Well, in that case, it will die, and that is fine, opponent. And we will, unfortunately, opponent will do the thing, draw a card, and we want to keep up. Do we want to, while we're here, I suppose we will have, oh no, cancel. It can actually, this one over here will survive because of the, okay, we did that right. We almost messed up there. But, okay, we're going to kill, let opponent draw another card, down to 8. We have our crab, though. Worst case scenario, if anything pops up, we still have 2 Stormchaser talents that we can get back. Bounce spells. We are worried. Okay, opponent's going to make a crab. I mean, not make a crab. LOL, that's what we're doing. Make a demon. Whenever a creature you control dies, each player sacrifices 2 creatures of their choice. Oh, okay, opponent's gonna make a zombie. Well, we're gonna do what we came to do. And that is a little painful, but we are going to tap down opponent's creatures, pass, resolve. Opponent's gonna go to 10. Our turn. Can we win here? Let's cash grab. Okay. We have a terror. Well, we have plenty of, we just need what? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Can we win here? Team! Okay, we're gonna go and we're gonna get a, it doesn't really matter, I don't think. But we will take a talent. This talent ain't big enough. Hit opponent's demon and our Stormchaser talent. Prowess it up. Swing at opponent. Okay, team. Game 1. That was a long game 1. And on top of being a long game 1, we almost ran out of cards. But don't you worry. Okay, we are definitely putting in the unable to screams. What else? And some pick your poison. I think that'll do it. Maybe 1 Pawpatch. Okay, we need to cut 6. So let's cut 1, 2. The Unsummon is okay, but not quite what we're looking for. Well, I guess we'll cut 1. We'll keep 1 Unsummon, 1 Unable to Scream. Cut a Bushwhack. Cut a... Kind of need our card draw outlet if we want to stay competitive. Well, we have so many, so let's cut a Sleight of Hand. Okay, run it back. Game 1, we won. Game 2, opponent was ready immediately, so we are worried, but let's see what we can do. Let's get cute little, is that cute? Okay, that was our good luck sip of our cranberry juice. We are going to attempt to hopefully win this game. We're waiting on opponent to see if that's possible, but we won the first one. Okay, opponent's here. Oof, we cannot keep this. We will mulligan. We'll mulligan again. Okay, we'll keep it. We're gonna get rid of the crab and I think the Seed of Hope, just in case we don't get a forest quickly. Ooh, opponent is ready for us. Don't you worry. Well, we will go ahead and Sleight of Hand. We'll take the forest. Thank you, magic gods. Opponent was ready for us. Yep. Okay, opponent. Zombies for days. We will play a land for turn. Get our Up the Beanstalk down, draw a card. Okay, now we're actually looking for our sideboard pieces to get rid of this Leyline of the Void. Ooh, opponent has a slasher, but thankfully for us, we do have an answer to the slasher. We are getting hit with 4 each turn, which is kind of unfortunate, but at least we can take care of the slasher. So we're going to take care of the slasher. Let's go ahead and opt. We are going to put that at the bottom. We actually need our, the ley line. We have to get through this ley line. So we need our, yep. Opponent's going to hit us down to 10. Okay, a Bushwhack is not very helpful. Let's play a land for turn. Very tapped land. We will then, we're going to go take a land out of our deck to see if we can next in the turn. Okay. We can gift opponent a fish to bounce the ley line. Will that help us? We would then need like cards to be able to put into our graveyard. Creatures of the Fellowship. Okay, opponent. Very cute. We will give opponent a fish, I suppose. Okay, we are going to have to replan our strategy here. I guess we might as well do this now. We're going to die when the Fellowship comes back down. So we're going to bounce 2. Do we bounce 2? We're going to bounce 2 things to opponent's hand. Okay. This one is not looking very good. Opponent had their sideboard ready to go. Plays the ley line. Plays a 1-drop. Okay. We will draw a land for turn. Play our land. Unfortunately, it doesn't even keep us alive, does it? Should we have kept up mana for the Merc? Okay. Oh, good job, opponent. Opponent was very quick this time. We'll get back our creature. Okay. Whew, okay. Opponent has sideboard options, so we are going to have to definitely bring in ours. What to cut? We have to also get to them. We'll cut an Unsummon. We'll also cut a Seed of Hope. To the Flood Maw. Run it back. Okay. Opponent has sideboard. Opponent has a sideboard. Not only does opponent have a sideboard, opponent's sideboard will get us good if we're not quick. Should we keep this? We have none of our sideboard pieces. We have ways to kind of find things. We have a turn 3 stop for... Okay, we do have a town ain't big enough, so we can at least bounce the turn 1 ley line. Turn 0. Okay, we drew a land, so let's play a land for turn. We're going to play our talent. We're going to play our Sleight of Hand. Take a Flood Maw. Okay, in the turn. So on the bright side, we can bounce the... If we really need to, we can bounce the... Okay, opponent, that's fine. We will play our land for turn. We are going to give opponent a fish. And while we're doing that, in the turn, we're going to cash grab. So at least we have a turn for opponent. That's fine, opponent. Discard a card. We'll discard a forest. Pass to attackers. Opponent gets in for 1. Pass the damage. Okay. We need a really good cash grab right here. We will take a crab. Play a land for turn. Well, we will be playing our crab next to combat in the turn. See what opponent does. Okay, opponent's going to play the ley line, which ironically is actually good for us. But that does mean we have to discard. We will discard. Should we discard the Unable to Scream or the Stormchaser's talent? I don't know, actually. The Unable to Scream is for the zombies. Okay, we're going to discard the Stormchaser's talent, even though we can get back things with the... Okay. Ugh. Pass to attackers. Oh, oops. Well, pass the blockers. We're taking one. Ugh. On the bright side, we can kill the lily. Oh, we drew a land. Well, we'll keep a land just for some fodder. Take down the lily. An opponent already dropped another lily, so hopefully... Okay. Whew. See what opponent does. Okay, opponent's going to duress away our Unable to Scream, unfortunately, and leave up a blocker. We drew an Up the Beanstalk, which we really needed that, actually. And an Opt. Well, we are definitely going to attack. Opponent can block with the fishy. That's fine, opponent. And then we are going to play our land in the turn. Then we'll Opt. Okay, well, before opponent does that, let's go ahead and... Now we need a solution to opponent's ley line. Go ahead and attack. Go ahead and play our terror, draw a card. And unfortunately, we're just going to leave these two in our hand. We have 9 minutes on our timer. Opponent has 22 minutes. What have we been doing? Okay. Yes, opponent. Opponent's going to play their Gisa. Go to attack. Our turn. And Opt. Well, let's Opt. We do like the Up the Beanstalk, but we're really looking for an Up the Beanstalk. No problem, opponent. Well, we will go ahead and have our terror fight the Gisa, pay 2 life, and also pay 2 mana. But out of the way. That's what we wanted. So next to combat, go ahead and attack for 10. We might get this. We have to be speedy super quick because apparently we have 8 minutes left on our timer. But that is okay. Yay! We did it. We did it. We were so speedy quick. we were so fast. We did it. Yay. Okay. Listen. Perfect. That was what we were trying to do. So now, yeah, let's go do that like again. See if opponent plays. Opponent does not play. Okay, opponent scoop that up. We're gonna have to, that doesn't count, unfortunately, as part of our wins, but we won. Doesn't count, but we won. Moving on. Let's jump to another one. We're jumping into another best of 3 Budget Brewed Breakdown of Simic Crabs. So far is going excellent. We had one person scoop before the game even started. So, am I supposed to be away from the light? I don't know. No lands. What a perfect hand. We will definitely keep this. We'll drop the Unsummon. We're not sure what we're playing against yet, so hopefully it's not black or red. Okay. That's fine, opponent. We will play Stormchaser's talent. Okay, so today on our Budget Brewed Breakdown, we are trying to... This is a really pretty art. Oh, carrot cake. That's very cute for opponent. Okay, well, we will play a land for turn. Player Up the Beanstalk. Get an Unsummon anyway. Go ahead and attack. Opponent, gonna take 2. Well, that's pretty good for us. Okay, we have a terror. Let's play a land for turn. Well, on the bright side, opponent does have a pretty nice target for bouncing. We did play a land for turn, so we'll actually leave that cash grab for next turn. Okay, we'll attack. Next to blockers. Opponent should let the one through. If opponent doesn't let the one through, I guess. Okay, opponent let it through. That's awesome for us because we actually didn't want opponent to block, but we did want to get in that one damage because we're greedy. But we are going to end up bouncing. Let's see what opponent does. Graveyard exile, blah, 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 blah. Surveil 2, then exile a card from the blah, 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 blah. Okie dokie, opponent. Opponent's going to make a spirit. Very cute. Pass to attackers. Okay, well, we are going to do what we came to. We could bounce the Kaya and have opponent play it next turn, but instead we're going to bounce the token. We're going to bounce the token instead. We can still bounce the Kaya if we really wanted to. Ooh, okay, we're going to cash grab because we really would like a land. Ugh. We would even more like a blue land. We didn't really clarify, I guess. Let's grab the... We're going to try to hit the Kaya. Regardless, we can unsummon something. Are we going to do anything else? Or Into the Flood Maw? Okay, we'll take the blue land only because we really need it. And move to combat. We are going to try to attack the Kaya. Opponent? Maybe blocks? Yeah, opponent's going to block. No problem, opponent. And then we will end the turn. Okay, so on the right side, we can bounce whatever we need to bounce here. See what opponent does. Okay, opponent's going to play their Virtue and make a spirit. Pass to attackers. Yep. Well, we are going to bounce opponent's Virtue for sure. You can have that back, opponent. No problemos. Okay, let's play a land for turn. Let's play Stormchaser's Talent. Nice. Then we can cash grab. Nice. We have 2 mana up. Are they both blue? They are both blue. Should we take an Eddymurk or a Terror? We'll take a Terror. Okay. Should we kill the... We can't kill it. So even if we unsummon, we can drop it to 1 and then opponent can do what opponent's trying to do. Do you think opponent has... I think for sure opponent has... Let's draw a card. Draw a card. Okay. I guess we are going to unsummon to hit the Kaya. The Kaya is going to grow so big so quickly, but it's okay. Opponent. I hope opponent doesn't try to play their doubling season. Okay, opponent. Opponent's going to make all of the, tokens. And pass. We drew a Terror. Well, we do not mind that. We will draw a card. Eddymurk is pretty cute. So let's go ahead and do that. We will go ahead and get a land. Do we play a land for turn? Oh, perfect. Okay. We're going to do it again. Might as well. Grab a land. Okay. Now, this is where we could Sleight of Hand. And then if we send everything, do we need to send everything at the Kaya? I don't even think so. I think we are going to Sleight of Hand. And opponent's going to block is the problem. I mean, surely. Do we care about the Kaya? We would like to get through as much damage as possible, but we'd also like to have cards in our hands. So, and we are going to go towards opponent's face. Opponent's going to block. That's fine. Okay, opponent's going to take 5, 3. We will go ahead and end the turn. If opponent, like, Sunfall, that would be unfortunate. Ah! Yay! Perfect. Wonderful news. Well, yeah, that was basically exactly what we were worried about. Now opponent has 2 14/14s that are going to come and wreck our day. However, we can do a little bit to help, but do we have a town? This town ain't big enough? Okay, well, we do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, we're not going to do that. Z. 4. To level this up, we're going to get back this town ain't big enough. I think we have to, right? And then we will save that. And we can also do something else. I guess the other thing we will do is play a terror, draw a card. Seed of Hope. Okay, cool. We will end the turn. So we're going to, opponent might fire up these 2 14/14s, which is super fine. We are going to... Okay, opponent is going to try to exile our creature. Well, in that case, we will bounce. We'll bounce the creature. Okay, we got another this town ain't big enough, so that's pretty good for us, I would say. 15. Ouch. We will play a terror, draw a card. Okay. Playing Up the Beanstalk. Draw a card. Into the Flood Maw is really good. So that would be 2 mana for that and 1 mana for Flood and gain 2 life with Seed. End the turn. Okay, we're trying to not die here. So, okay, opponent's gonna play. He's gonna make a token, a couple tokens. My bad. Doubling Season, very good. Okay, resolve for opponent. Opponent's gonna surveil 2. Yep. Oh no, I lied. So opponent's gonna make some people next to attackers. We are going to bounce next to blockers, next to damage. Then we are going to bounce the Virtue, unfortunately, and we're going to bounce our talent. Draw a couple cards. And we're also going to go ahead and Seed of Hope. There we go. Take a crab. Let's Stormchaser talent. And then we can pay 4 to get back our this town ain't big enough. Okay, so we have our crab up and we also have opponent's definitely blocking. Maybe we should not attack because opponent has so many creatures right now. Let's discard a Sleight of Hand. Opponent's going to surveil. We will allow it. Some carrot caking. Anything else, opponent? Okay, opponent's going to play the Virtue again. For the 15th time. We will... We're at 20 minutes. Opponent's at 26. We have to make our decisions quicker. So we could bounce the... I really think that if we do not... Okay, opponent's going to pass their attackers. Okay, pass the blockers. We will block and we will block. 2 blockers. We are going to go ahead and bounce and... Can we afford to draw all the cards? Probably. Bounce and bounce. Another, okay. And then the Bushwhack. What is the Bushwhack going to help us do? Okay, play a land for turn. The crab will help us a little bit. We do have to Bushwhack a spirit. Regardless, then we can tap down 2. And then we can Stormchaser's Talent. Opponent is going to play their thing. We could do this, get back, tap down. But the problem is, once opponent plays this virtue and it sticks, we have an issue. Let's go ahead and opt. Sleight of Hand to the bottom. An island. Okay. We kind of need to keep our crab up. We could play an Up the Beanstalk, but we might draw our whole deck. Okay. And we cannot attack. That's so sad. Opponent can Kaya something. Does opponent have this? Okay, opponent's going to play the virtue. Again, hopefully. Okay, opponent is going to make all of the tokens and play the virtue. We cannot do anything about that. And make some more creatures. Well, another crab on the right side and a terror. I just don't know if it's going to be enough. Okay, we will block and block. Down to 2. Opponent has a ginormous board. We have no way to like board wipe or anything. Unfortunately, we can't even get through. We can tap 2 creatures down. Okay, unfortunately, opponent has this one. But we get to go to our sideboard. Okay, we know that opponent's playing Sunfall. What else is opponent doing? Playing lots of tokens. We're definitely going to bring in our Negate. Maybe that'll help out. Creature of flying enchantment. I honestly don't know if anything else. I think we just have to be quicker than opponent. Let's take a Sleight of Hand out. And let's take, I guess we could gain some life. Bushwhack is okay. 1 Sleight of Hand, 1 cash grab. Call it a day. Okay. We are trying to beat this Selesnya tokens deck. We would like to be on the play with a different hand. Oh, can we keep this? I don't think so. I don't even know if we can keep this one, but I guess we're going to. Very skeptical, but we're going to try to keep it. Okay, keep 6. We'll get rid of a Lakeside. We're on the draw, so there is a possibility we draw an untapped, not painful blue source. We're at 17 minutes. Opponent's at 25. Okay. Oh, we're on the play because we lost. Duh. Let's. Should we Sleight of Hand? I guess we will. Go ahead and Sleight of Hand. We will take a cash grab. Okay. Goal here. We just need to be kind of quick. Opponent's gonna play an elf. Opponent's trying to be quick too. Let's play a land for turn. And we will cash grab on opponent's turn. We are worried. Going to attack us for 1. We will cash grab. Take a Botanical Sanctum. Would be fine. Thank you, opponent. We don't want any more lands though, so that would be perfect to not have any more of those. And then in the turn, unfortunately, we wanted to stop opponent on their upkeep, but we did not do that. Resolve. Opponent's gonna make a 1/1. We're gonna try to get in for 5 right here. If opponent hurries up, speeds it up a little bit. We are going to try to get in for 5. Okay, opponent's gonna make another 1/1, which is fine. We will. Opponent, please. Opponent's out of timeouts. I mean, I guess we'll take the win. but we don't want to take it like this. Okay, opponent's going to gain some life. Pass to attackers, blah, blah, blah. We will, definitely take a crab. And then we'll go ahead and play the crab. Ouch. Tap opponent's creatures down. Let's play a land for turn. Play. Draw a card. Ooh, draw a Botanical Sanctum. We don't really want that. Go to combat. We're going to swing for 5. In the turn. Opponent. Gonna play an elf. No problem, opponent. We love that for you. Pass to attackers. Oh. Oops. We're taking this damage and we didn't want to. Well. Pass the blockers. Pass the damage. Ouch. We will go ahead and draw a card. Tap down a Land War Elf. Tap down opponent's other creature. We can, I guess on the bright side, well, actually, you know what? After we attack, this land will come in untapped. On the bright side. Okay, in the turn. Well, if we need to, we can bounce one of our... We could even bounce a crab. That would be pretty cute. We could bounce a crab to make sure opponent is tapped down. Okay. Whenever you cast a spell that's 1 or more colors, gain a life. Opponent. Debating. We actually get to draw 2 cards off of this because we're going to bounce a crab. We would like opponent to attack. If opponent attacks, we win. We just need opponent to attack with 2 creatures. Opponent, would you like to hit our face? Softly, gently, with your 1/1s. Okay. Opponent attacked with everything? Oh, wow. We'll take it. I mean, we're still going to do what we were going to do. We're just going to instead bounce opponent's, corner. No! I thought we had, oh my goodness. Ugh. If we lose because of that, I'm crying on the inside. Well, that was super unfortunate. Let's see the life. I guess take another crab, but that doesn't really help us now. And then we can bounce. I mean, at this point, our turn. Oh, goodness gracious. I can't believe we did that. How dreadful of us. Okay, well, let's go ahead and play our... And we still don't have enough. Okay, let's opt. Toss and opt. Up the Beanstalk. We will play an Up the Beanstalk. Ugh. We would have won last turn if we weren't dumb. We would have won. We would have won last turn if we weren't dumb. But unfortunately, we are dumb. So, opponent's going to play their cornucopia. Attack us maybe? Okay, opponent attacks us again, which is cool with us. Just to kind of, I don't know, get it over with. Maybe opponent knows. Okay, yeah. We could have won. We would have already won, but we were not doing that for some reason. Okay, we have negates. Do we need to put anything else in? I mean, what is opponent doing with that cornucopia? Should we put in 1, pick your poison, and take out a Bushwhack? Okay, we'll try. We'll try it. We'll see. If it's meant to be, it will be meant to be. Well, okay. Should we keep this? I really don't think we should. Okay, we'll keep this. We'll put back a crab. This is better. So we are glad that we mulliganed there. At least we can do multiple things early. Opponent is trying to cornucopia our lives. So we're going to have to figure out what to do against that. Okay, opponent. Surveilling. I thought opponent was Selesnya. I am wrong. Opponent is, what is that, Abzan? Okay, let's Stormchaser's talent. Okay, opponent's gonna Carrot Cake, scry 1 to the top. We will play a land for turn. I guess we are going to Cash Grab. Get our Prowess trigger. Take a land. Get in. Next we can Seed of Hope and Opt. Opponent will block. No problem, opponent. The doubling season was crazy. It was very shocking. Okay, opponent's gonna Cornucopia. We will play a land for turn. We're definitely gonna opt. We're gonna get in as much damage as we can right here. So we're gonna opt. Yep, draw a land. We didn't really want that. What does this do? Do we gift opponent a fish? Let's mill some cards. Take a land. We could Sleight of Hand or we could bounce opponents. I guess we're gonna bounce the Cornucopia. Okay, opponent, you got us. We're gonna give you a fish. Okay, attack for 4. Our Eddymurk Crab is ready to go. If opponent wants to replay their Cornucopia, they do. Don't you worry. And then also crack the Carrot Cake, perhaps. Yep. Scry, make a 1/1, and hit us. We will play a land for turn. Play our Up the Beanstalk. Negate. Say less. Let's see if we can hit a Kaya. That would be very nice. Or a doubling season, anything. We're gonna keep up the Negate. And then worst case, we can flash in our crab. Opponent is upset. We're gonna resolve the gain the life. So sorry, opponent, but we came prepared actually with our sideboard. Opponent? We were sideboard ready. Okay, well, we're gonna... Where's opponent at? 20? We'll take the forest. No problem. We could level up, or we could get in for 2. Opponent does have a Sunfall, so I guess we'll just try to force opponent to use it. Opponent's gonna block, no problem. We will end the turn. Draw a card on opponent's turn with our crab. Doubling season number 2. Caretaker's talent. Pretty good, opponent. Pretty good. Opponent's going to gain a life. Caretaker's talent. And virtue. Okay, that's nice, opponent. Caretaker's talent. Make a copy of opponent's creature. Yes, yes, yes. Pass to attackers. We will definitely be drawing a... We did not want to land, but that is okay. We are going to tap down. Well, that is nice. This is an enchantment. Okay, well, on the bright side, we can have opponent sacrifice their enchantment. So that is pretty good for us. We will play a forest. Probably get back. There we go. And then we are going to go ahead and get back. We're going to get back our pick your poison. Just because I think opponent is going to play their virtue. And if they don't, I mean, that's fine. But we're giving them a reason not to play their virtue. So we are, yeah. Oh, opponent plays the virtue. Okay. Opponent does still get the counters, so that is very nice. But we are definitely going to have opponent sacrifice an enchantment. Okay. Then we will Stormchaser's talent. Prowess trigger. Make an otter. Let's play a land for turn. And then we could go get back something again. Sleight of Hand, pick your poison. We can't do anything else. So I suppose we will go back. And we're actually going to get a Flood Maw. I guess this town ain't big enough. We're going to grab it. This town ain't big enough. Let's move to combat. If opponent would like to block, we appreciate. not giving opponent a ginormous Sunfall token. We did that. Opponent killed 7 creatures with a doubling season and a Sunfall, right? Was that what? It was 2/14. It was crazy. 2 14/14s. Okay, Caretaker's Talent for opponent. Make a copy. Draw a card. Opponent. Oh, going to hit us for 10. Can we win? Probably not. So we're going to take 5. An unsummon, huh? Let's. Okay. We're going to bounce and bounce a Stormtaker's Talent. Let's play an Up the Beanstalk. Draw a card. A Tolarian Terror, huh? Okay, we only have 2 more blue sources, unfortunately. We could, Tolarian Terror, try to draw another. We don't want to be caught up in a Sunfall, though. And that is our worst fear right now. So we're going to force opponent to block. And still not lose our creature. Because we're going to play our Stormchaser talent. Make a 1/1. Let's move to combat. Opponent has to block. Opponent? I know, I'm so sorry, opponent. But we would like to win. Opponent gives it to us. Opponent sees no way out. Good games. Good games. Good games, opponent. That's awesome. Okay, so we are jumping into another one, but we are winning some games. So that's pretty awesome. Let's go ahead and jump into another Budget Brewed Breakdown for our Simic Crabs. We're playing best of 3 in Standard, and we're winning. It might take us a sideboard or 2, but we are getting it done, and that's what matters. So let's go ahead and jump into another one. I guess we'll try this. We have an opt. We have lands. Okay, let's. We could have opted on opponent's turn, but we don't really need it right now, unfortunately. We didn't really need a crab either, but play a land for turn, and we're definitely cash grabbing on opponent's turn. I actually really like the cash grab. It's super cute. Super cute. Pass to attackers, blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's cash grab. We'll take a land, and we can play our crabs immediately. So let's play a Yavimaya Coast, and in the turn, I mean, we got crabs for days, so I don't know if that's a good thing. We got crabs for days. Oh, okay, Zoraline. That's fine, opponent. Yep. Pass to attackers. We will ouch ourselves to tap your Zoraline. For sure. Submit 1. Okay. Let's. I think we're going to Stormchaser's talent. Hear me out. Go ahead into combat. And go ahead and end the turn. Okay. We actually are going to, let's see what opponent does, but I think we're going to bounce the Zoraline. It would be really nice if opponent. Yeah, that's fine, opponent. Yeah, no problem. Return up to 1 target non-fairy, non-land permanent. Okay, that's fine. We will do the same thing. Go ahead, opponent. Little does opponent know, we have crabs for days. So we will play a land for turn. 1, 2. So we can only cast 1 crab. So we can cast a Stormchaser's talent. Go ahead to combat. Opponent blocks. No problem, opponent. And then we will go ahead and end the turn. See what opponent does. Opponent is kind of behind now. They could swing out this tithing blade, but I don't know if it's going to. Oh, okay. That's fine, opponent. Resolve. Yep. We will discard a Flood Maw. Pass to attackers. Okay, well, we're going to try it. Play another crab. Okay, opponent's going to kill our other crab. That's okay, opponent. We will go get a land, which we kind of did need. Okay, well, no problem. We will go get a land, submit 0, and have another land. Don't you worry. Well, I think now would be the time to let's go back and get, get a town. This town ain't big enough. Okay, this is what I'm thinking. Actually, we're going to hold up that this town ain't big enough, but we also have another crab, and opponent's not even ready for this crab. Opponent's not even ready. So we will wait for opponent to... Is opponent missing land drops? I don't know. I feel like we have so many lands. Okay, opponent, nowhere to run, is going to hit our... Okay, I see. So that way opponent can try to force us to... That will be fine, opponent. To get rid of our crab. Yes, we will get rid of our crab. No problem, opponent. Bye, Mr. Krabby. It was very nice knowing you. Pass to attackers. Surprise! We have another crab. Okay, now we can play a land for turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go to combat. Honestly, do we level up the Stormchaser's talent? Crack a map? The only reason I'm thinking that we do that is just so if opponent can keep removing our creatures, on the bright side, we can just make a gamillion. Hopefully. Okay, so opponent's going to remove the creature, which is fine. We will play a land for turn. Up the Beanstalk. Okay, that's what we wanted. Sleight of Hand. We'll definitely take an Up the Beanstalk. Playing Up the Beanstalk. Prowess trigger. Okay. Crack our map open. Ooh, a Stormchaser's talent. We will keep that. Next, and in the turn. We would like opponent to play their Zorlene, actually. Okay. That's fine, opponent. Pass to attackers. Opponent? So sorry that your Shieldred was not quite... Okay, opponent gave it to us. Next game. Opponent is playing so much removal and some kind of like enchantment, artifact, and then kind of like pick them back up kind of deal. We will take some Unable to Screams for the Shieldred. We'll take a Pick Your Poison and 1 Pawpatch. The Unsummon was fine. We'll cut a Bushwhack, cut a Sleight of Hand, cut a Cash Grab, cut a Seed of Hope. We don't want to do too much, so I think we actually are going to cut an Unable to Scream too. Run it back like that. Okay, opponent, game number 2. We are trying to win, but we don't have to win. We would just like to, so we'll have to see. LOL. I guess we'll mulligan. Team? Is this promising? Do we mulligan again? Okay, we do feel better about this hand. We'll throw an Unsummon. We'll throw a Pawpatch. Even though that was our sideboard card. Poor timing. Opponent's going to Surveil. Braids. We will play a Stormchaser's talent. Make an Otter. Hopefully opponent won't kill our Otter. Opponent. If we smile, okay. Oh, that's fine. That's fine, opponent. You can have that land that does not come in. Okay, and we do another land. So sometimes things are meant to be. Let's play a Up the Beanstalk, draw a card. Don't you worry, we got that land right back. Okay, opponent's gonna play another Surveil land. We are, oh, and a Tithing Blade. Very good, opponent. That's good. Now we have to kind of rebuild what we're drawing lands, which is not good. Let's Sleight of Hand. We'll do the Cash Grab, even though we gain life from the other one. Play an island for turn, and we'll actually wait for opponent's turn to Cash Grab. Yep. Opponent, we discard 2 cards. Okay, well, opponent changed up their game plan. Pass to attackers. Well, we will go ahead and, get a land back. On the bright side, yep. On the bright side, our terror is ready. So let's go ahead. Play a terror. Bushwhack. Should we keep both cards in hand just in case? I mean, if opponent wants to force us to get rid of, should we miss a land drop? Yes, opponent. Thinking. We're thinking. Thank you. Opponent probably has a way to remove this creature, surely. Oh, braids. Okay. That's good for us. Opponent's going to sack an enchantment. We will. Ugh. I don't know if we can let opponent draw. Unfortunately. They do get to scry. So that's pretty too. Oh, and the opponent wants the 2 cards on top. What? Whoa. Well, let's go ahead and fight the braids. Braids has got to go. Move to combat. Hit opponent for 5. And then we'll Sleight of Hand. Take the crab. Shieldred would be pretty good for opponent. Ooh, a lily. Good job, opponent. Lily is pretty good. And Up the Beanstalk. Well, let's play an Up the Beanstalk. Draw a card. And opt. No problem. We will end the turn. Opponent's going to have us discard the opt, which is fine. It'd be actually very beneficial to us if opponent let us use the opt by blowing up our Botanical Sanctum and letting us have the mana. Bandit's Talent. Each opponent discards 2 cards. Unless they... Okay. Resolve. Resolve. We will discard the opt opponent. Resolve. Opponent's gonna get it back. Resolve. We will... Yep. Flash in our Eddymurk. Draw a couple cards. Well, on the bright side, we do have a land. Tap opponent's creature. We will discard a land. That's fine. Okay, well, unfortunately, I do feel like we need to hit the lily. Unfortunately, so next to combat, gonna take down the lily. We'll just keep the land in hand. At the beginning, if it has 1 or fewer. Okay. Opponent. We are, since opponent is going to do what they're doing, we're going to go ahead and cash grab. We really should have, okay, well, that's fine. I was going to say, we really should have kept up the, opponent got the lily back. Whoa, that's pretty good. I did not realize that's how that worked, to be completely honest with you. Has a finality counter on it. Okay, Unable to Scream is pretty good for us. We will put that on the Zoraline. Go ahead and draw a card. Stormchaser's Talent. Well, we'll go ahead and get that down as well. And we'll also go ahead and play our land. I mean, there's no reason to... Oh, maybe we should have kept it in hand so we don't lose 2 life. Womp. Perhaps. Nice, opponent. Okay, opponent has their Zoraline back. It's gonna bring back braids. Pretty good. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. We would love for you to sack the Bandit's Talent, opponent. Please. Okay, opponent does not do that. Well, thankfully, opponent gave us these lovely map tokens. And opt. Well, let's see. What should we do here? We could get back a... Okay, well, let's opt. Definitely put the land in the graveyard. A Bushwhack is perfect. Before we Bushwhack, let's go ahead and try to... Okay. Thank you, Magic Gods. That's exactly what we wanted. Okay, well, we're going to fight the... We have to fight the Zoraline, I think. There's just no way to not get through that. We're going to keep the land in hand. Okay. Opponent's going to make us discard it anyway, but at least opponent also has to... Not good. Not good news. We can bounce it. This is sorcery. Oh, okay. Opponent discarded a Bandit's Talent. Okay. What would you like to... Oh, okay. A Planeswalker is cool, opponent. Yep. We're going to lose 2. We're going to draw a card and lose 2. And then guess what, team? We cannot do anything to save our fate here. Bushwhack doesn't do anything. We can Maw, but even that is not really helping us do anything at all. Okay, let's go on to the next game. How much time we have left? 18 minutes. Okay. What went wrong there? Opponent has so many. Okay, I think we should get some pick your poisons. This should help with the Zoraline, actually. Pawpatch is the same thing, I think. Let's also cut a... The problem is we need to get multiple creatures on the battlefield at a time. Unsummon, Bushwhack, pick your poison. Bushwhack is okay. I guess we can cut another Sleight of Hand. Run it like that. We might have been able to cut a, instead, we probably could have cut a, what is that green card? The one that draws us cards. You know what I'm talking about. Goodness, what is that card called? The one, the card that sits right here on our battlefield. And the 2-mana green enchantment that draws us cards. Yeah, that. Clearly, I can't even remember the name. Maybe we should just cut it. Does opponent have 1-drop removal? I don't know. We're going to find out. Opponent? Oh, okay. Opponent played a tap land, which gives us so much opportunity here to do things. Let's opt. Let's go ahead and opt. See if we can get anything. Seed of Hope. Perfect. That's literally the card we were looking for here. Go ahead and Seed of Hope. We'll take a Beanstalk. Up the Beanstalk. That's the card name. Attack opponent for 3. Opponent's going to go get a land. Okay, well, we're off to a super speedy start. Super speedy start. So that's on the bright side. Okay. We will discard a sorcery opponent, even though that's kind of our removal. Opponent's going to pick it back up. No problem. We drew a Sleight of Hand. Let's play a land for turn. Up the Beanstalk. A Crabby, that's good. And then we will take one of them to your hand and the other on the bottom. I guess we'll take the Bushwhack. Move to combat. Opponent will take 3. Okay, opponent's going to Bandit's Talent. We will discard the Bushwhack. Ooh, an opponent missed their land drop. In that case, no attacks. We will end the turn. We get to draw a card off of our... Okay, opponent is going to Hopeless Nightmare us, which is fine. We will resolve. We will, unfortunately... Oh, and a Bandit's Talent. Okay, well, we're actually going to, in that case, draw a card. Tap opponent's creature. And then we're also going to bounce the Stormtaker's Talent. And yes, opponent, thank you. We did realize. Bounce some cards. We will discard and Unable to Scream. We are discarding all of the let's Stormtaker's Talent. All of the cards that we put into our sideboard, or put in from our sideboard, but that is okay. We'll go ahead and play Up the Beanstalk, draw a card. Okay, play a land for turn. Let's go to combat for 8. Whew, okay. In the turn, we have a bounce. Is opponent going to come back from this? Opponent kept all of the hand disruption. That is very true. Yes, opponent. That is fine. Opponent's going to have us sacrifice a creature. We will resolve. Yes, we will sacrifice a creature, opponent. Don't you worry. I do think that we should bounce one of opponent's blockers. While we have the chance here, and Up the Beanstalk is okay. Okay, let's Stormchaser's Talent. Do we have a bounce? Opt. We don't have a 1 mana bounce, unfortunately. Oh, we don't need a 1 mana bounce. We have a crab. Please ignore me. Please ignore me. Good games, opponent. Yay! We're doing it. We're doing big things over here. Let me tell you. Big things over here. Let me tell you. Yeah. I think we'll do one more. We'll jump into one more. But yeah. We're doing big things. Okay. We're doing a Budget Brewed Breakdown. And we are doing this Budget Brewed Breakdown for Simic Crabs. And our breakdown so far, we are doing pretty well. Yeah, I mean, it definitely is taking a best of 3, for sure. However, we're sideboarding well. We are beating good decks. I mean, that has to mean something, right? So we're going to play first. We will keep this hand. We love how this hand looks. We can say hello to opponent. Hello, opponent. Okay. So, opponent is maybe playing plains. Maybe playing white. Maybe not. But maybe so. Okay, we will play a land for turn, pass the turn. Okay, opponent is playing white, so we did call that. We will opt. We will keep that, actually. Kind of gets us to where we need to be a lot quicker. We could up the beanstalk, but instead, we'll take the crab. And then we'll see to hope on opponent's turn. Okay. Opponent's going to Starscape. We will take up the beanstalk. Ironically, we would also like a land right about now, but I guess the cash grab will get it for us. So let's go ahead and cash grab. We would like to do all the other things. We would like to grab other things, but I think we really do need the land. We're going to take the land, play a land for turn, pass the turn. Okay. Opponent. Okay. Opponent's going to play a creature. We will... Ooh! Up the beanstalk. Arena trying to get us. Draw a card. That's actually pretty much what we wanted to draw. We will play a terror, draw a card. Yay! And then we will play a terror, draw a card. Okay, well, and we're drawing some lands. That looks pretty good for us. See what opponent does. 4 mana. Okay. Opponent did not appreciate. Did not appreciate our Up the Beanstalk. Thankfully, we got so much value out of it already. Let's go ahead to combat. See what opponent does. Opponent's going to take it. And you know why that's super awesome for us? That means our land is going to come in untapped, opponent. Thank you. Thank you. We want to keep up enough mana for Eddymurk. Let's Beanstalk. Draw a card. And then everything in our hand is an instant. So Shieldred. That is fine. We will draw a card. We're going to lose some life, but that's okay. We will... Should we tap down these 2 creatures so opponent has to deal with the Shieldred? Our turn. I guess we can go ahead and do this too, since we have mana up. Take an untapped land, I suppose. Okay. We are going to bounce. Good games. Okay, game 1 went well. We had all the answers. We did all the things. On to game 2. So we know opponent's probably trying to combo here. We can do a pick your poison. Maybe 2 unable to screams. Maybe a Pawpatch. Pawpatch is nice because it's instant. We will cut 1 Sleight of Hand, 1 Bushwhack, 1 seed. Up the Beanstalk. I mean, opponent does have removal for Up the Beanstalk, so I guess we will keep them. Cut an opt, and then we will cut a... Kind of need our drops that draw us cards. I guess we'll cut a cash. No, we'll cut another sleight of hand. Okay, we're gonna try it like that. Opponent is trying to probably get us with the life gain. Okay, that's not a keepable hand. That's a mulligan. We will keep this. We will put back, unfortunately, probably the terror, and we're just gonna have to hope that we hit one. Okay, let's see what opponent is doing. Opponent is thinking. Okay, tap land. Go. We will play a land for turn, pass a turn. Amalia. Very cute for opponent. Let's play a land for turn. Pass the turn. We're going to cash grab. Amalia is super cute for opponent. We're going to take 2. Okay, let's cash grab. We'll take a crab. Let's play a land for turn. We can Seed a Hope at instant speed and then play our crab. Okay. Let's try it. We don't want to tap down Amalia, actually. Yes, opponent. You can attack us. We're not gonna pay more life than we would be getting hit with. Pass to damage. Okay, opponent's gonna play a Zorleen, which is really good for us, actually. That's the reason we have the Pick Your Poison. We will resolve. Nice. Resolve. We're going to Seed of Hope. We need to hit. Okay, good. Take a crab. Play our crab. Tap down the Zorleen, which doesn't really matter. I think we're going to kill it anyway, but play a land for turn. We could actually fight it instead. Kind of nice. Keep the Into the Flood Maw. We're going to want to play our other Krabby Patty. So I guess we're going to attack for 5 in the turn. See what opponent does. Zorleen down. That is really good for us. Opponent to combat. Opponent is going to get in. No fear. We will take that too, opponent. Don't you worry. We're going to take it. Oh, it's our turn. Okay, well, in that case, we're going to try to flash in another crab. See what opponent does. Okay. We don't need to tap anything, opponent. Our turn. Let's play an Up the Beanstalk. Draw a card. To combat. We are going to attack. Opponent maybe bounces one. I mean, not bounces. I guess if anything, opponent's going to murder it. Opponent takes the 10. Ooh. Let's play a land for turn. And I guess we can go ahead and Sleight of Hand. Might as well not waste our mana. We will take an Up the Beanstalk in the turn. Okay. Opponent could have, I don't know why they would be playing a Sunfall, but it is a possibility. So, okay. Good thing we took that Up the Beanstalk. And you know what? Actually, LOL, this is only for an opponent, I realized. I realized just now as we were reading. It'd be super nice if we could bounce our own. Okay. Pass to attackers. Opponent is going to block and kill one. Can opponent, do we have it? Can opponent deal with us bouncing this Amalia? Good games. Good games. Opponent. Opponent. Good games, opponent. How do you make a heart? We have to work on our hurt skills. Good games, opponent. Good games, opponent. We love you, opponent. Good games. Why is our heart so ugly? How do you make a cute heart? Anyway, okay, let's jump into our wrap up. Today, we did best of 3 Simic crabs. And let me tell you, wow. I mean, it is just resilient. And I think the best of 3 was very helpful. A lot of games we did not, like, we didn't just win 2 in a row. I'm pretty sure we had the sideboard. I'm pretty sure all of our games were 3 matches. I could be wrong on that, but we'll do a little checkup. But yeah, we did best of 3. We won. We'll put a little tracker, little tracker number. We'll put a little tracker number right there for how well we did. However, I honestly was super impressed with the deck. The sideboard, we ran into some reasons. Like, we did use the Herbology Instructor. We did use the Negate. Pick your poison was good. We had it for Zoraline. So Unable to Scream, we put that on a slasher. I mean, we were pretty functional board here, and yeah, I'm shocked too. I'm shocked myself. And that was our best of 3, our Budget Brewed Breakdown of today. I mean, not much to say. I think that the deck went pretty well. You could definitely make some upgrades to this deck. The lands are upgradable. Like I said, this is our budget brew. It came in at 100, and with the sideboard, I actually did not even put in our sideboard of ghost vacuums. So because we do not have the ghost vacuum sideboard tech, it actually comes in at $107, and I think it went pretty well. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed watching this deck, maybe what I should do next. Maybe we could jump into another draft, even though we're trash at it, but maybe we'll do that next. But yeah, that was our video for today. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. Besides that, that'll be it for us today. Thanks for watching.